Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Alrighty, what is up, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs? Welcome to the first episode of another Metroid 2 remake, otherwise known as a fan remake of Metroid 2, otherwise known as our next project, our next series, whatever you want to call it. Point being, we're going to play by, well, I guess, popular demand of one vote. We're playing Metroid 2. Ah, fuck, I skipped the intro. This is the version of Metroid 2 we are going to play, and I honestly hoped it would be this one. Like, the original Metroid 2 is just... yeah, it hasn't aged well. Which is why we haven't played the original Metroid 1 in the first place. They haven't aged well. I mean, Metroid 2 introduced saving, great. But at the same time, it was made for the Game Boy. So, to have a detailed character sprite, you had to use basically the entire screen. My throat. Which means that you can't see anything that's like 3 meters next to you. So the entire game is just you trying to see things and hoping that things just don't spawn right in front of you while you, well, run in a straight line. Oh, also, every single boss is literally just spam rockets at it and it'll eventually die in Metroid 2. Are my settings still good? Yeah, okay, they're still... no, hang on, are they? They might not be. Hold up. I think they are. I missed the tunnel already. Yeah, I don't know. They might be, whatever. I don't care. Obviously, Samus Returns is a decent game in its own right, but I feel like it kind of changes too much, but then it turns around and still tries to say, yeah, I'm a Metroid 2 remake. That's something I really don't like about Samus Returns. It's a good game on its own, but the fact that it's supposed to be a Metroid 2 remake is just kind of eh? I really don't like it. I also really don't like how they changed the ending scene where you usually... well, I shouldn't talk about it because it spoils the ending, but I will. At the end you get a baby Metroid, right? And in the original game it's literally just... you get the baby Metroid, and you walk back to your ship while some calm music is playing. That's it in the original game, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Ah, fucked up. And in Samus Returns, they decided to just toss that out the window, spam enemies everywhere in the final area, and then put a boss fight after that. Just completely missing the point, destroying the point, even hiding power-ups behind getting that Metroid. So after, well, I guess the not final boss anymore of the game, because they put another boss after that, after the allegedly final boss of the game, you have to go back through the entire game to get your last power-ups. Like, nothing important, no beam upgrades or anything, of course. But energy tanks, rockets... so if you want 100%, you just have to randomly walk back the entire way, or teleport back for some reason. And just get power-ups that are arbitrarily locked behind barricades you can't possibly pass before. So that's really stupid. I don't approve of that. Not one bit. But that's the way it is, and especially when you're playing through the game and you already know what the little crystals look like. Like, if you picked up the game for the first time, it's your first Metroid, whatever, you wouldn't think of anything when you saw those little crystals that the Metroid eats. You'd be like, yeah, whatever, I can't break them right now, I guess I'll come back later. But when you know what those crystals look like, you're basically like, are you shitting me? Do I have to finish the entire game before I can get this, whatever, rocket tank or whatever it is? And it already spoils it for you. You're just like, cool, there's an arbitrary barrier here that I can't get through because I haven't cleared the game, basically. And to put a cherry on that, on the top of that, you don't need any more rockets for the final boss, for Ridley. Because Ridley, at the end of Samus Returns, is immune to rockets. So they give you, or they have you collect they have you collect all the rocket tanks that you couldn't get before because, again, arbitrarily locked. And then the final boss doesn't allow you to use those rockets. It's really stupid. I could go on about that for days. Point being, is stupid. It's a good game, but it's stupid. Also, random enemies just deal way too much damage sometimes. Like, there's enemies that just deal about 2 energy tanks of damage for no reason with the best suit. And you're just standing there like, oh, okay, I gotta hit once, therefore I'm a quarter dead. Yeah, cool, very cool. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? There we go. Also, because I wasn't done ranting about Samus Returns yet, they added these Aeon abilities, which, I mean, in theory, having another set of abilities sounds cool, but these things are fucking broke. They give you one that just straight up highlights everything in the room, like every breakable block, shows hidden rooms on the map and everything like that. Completely destroys all secrets in the game. Because you're just like, yeah, that's the way I can go, that's the way I can get there. And by it showing you everything on the map, if you just spam that ability, it's whatever, you will find everything you can find. You could be a blind person going through the game and you will find every single unknown. Granted, you can't get half of them because you need this stupid Metroid, but you'll find them, at least. And yes, it is actually around half of them that you can't get without the Metroid, because I finished the game and didn't go back for the Metroid, and I got around 60%. Oh, I also didn't bother with stuff that was a bit too annoying for me, so I guess it's around a quarter that you actually can't get without the Metroid. But still, just every 4th power-up being arbitrarily locked behind you beating the game? Why? What is that? That's stupid is what it is. We're currently just going through the beginning area, temple area, area 1, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing too threatening here, that's why I'm just running off the mouth. Come on. Ah, come on. Yo, can I make this or nah? There. That was kind of a rhetorical question because I know I can make this. I did it like multiple times already. It's just, am I not stupid? Am I too stupid to make this? That was kind of what I meant to convey with that... Give me these. Let's get out of here, get the spider ball. I don't really have anything to say about this area because it's just... I don't know. It exists, I guess. It's incredibly easy. There's nothing really that could kill you. Knowing myself, I'll probably still get myself killed on some random Metroid or something. There, that was the button that I set. Because I'm just stupid, but other than that, really... It's like, whatever. You can just go through here. How much time do we have? 10 minutes, okay. We should at least be able to clear this area in that time. Come on. There we go. I am, of course, a bit rusty because I haven't played any Metroid since the last series, because my favorite Metroid at the moment is AM2R, and... yeah, well... it'd be a bit stupid to be playing AM2R the entire day. When the next series you make is on AM2R, so you're like... especially me, like, I burn out on games easily. So I was like, if I play AM2R the entire time today, then I risk burning out on the game, which in turn would destroy the series, and I'd be like, nah. Nah. But yeah, overall I would say the two best Metroid games. I haven't played Prime though, so disclaimer on that, I guess. My two favorite Metroid games, I'd say, are definitely AM2R and Metroid Fusion. I would say that it would be Metroid Fusion and Super Metroid. But in my opinion, in Super Metroid, Samus feels way, way too clunky. I really don't like the way she controls in there. There we go. Like, in every other game, she's like super agile, controls are crisp. Unless you're underwater, of course. And in Super Metroid, it's just she's this rock. She just slides across the screen. She's very uncomfortable, in my opinion. But the map design is great. The enemy design is okay. The bosses are... whatever. I think Metroid bosses, for the most part, are fine. Metroid Fusion had some good ones, but other than that, it's just like... they're serviceable. They go from okay to bad. Like Ridley, you just pump him full of rockets. Kraid is good. Crocmire is a reskin of Kraid, basically. Just somehow even less threatening. But yeah, I'm going off. I'm talking about every other stupid game in the series, apart from the game that we're currently playing. Because if you've noticed, there's nothing really difficult, so there's nothing really to talk about, if that makes any sense. Come on, stand up. Here we go. So I'm just going off a tangent after tangent after tangent. And not talking about what's actually happening. Which I feel I've also brought up like 4 times already, so... yeah. One little tiny thing that you could actually miss if you just went through the game without actually thinking about anything. The Metroids get progressively, like, stronger, I guess. Smarter is the better term. They don't, instead of just eating more rockets, they actually, like, their AI actually gets better. Like, the first Metroid was dumb as toast. And now we're getting to the point where they... okay, I guess they're still dumb as toast. But that, for example, that's the first one that can actually dodge your projectiles. Now he's not... like, he's not good at it. He doesn't do it a whole lot. And as you saw there, he actually dodged into my projectile a little earlier. So that one obviously was a lot more difficult than the last one, because he was dodging my projectiles. And just wasn't being just retarded. So basically what I'm trying to say is the first alpha fight, the first alpha Metroid fight, is not the same as every single alpha Metroid fight afterwards. So the Metroids have just little variances. And I guess you could even call them personalities in some cases. Like some Metroids like to rush you, some prefer to stay back, some dodge a lot, and that's just little touches that I personally appreciate. Because in a game where almost every single boss is just more Metroids, you know, you really need some variance between the Metroids. Which is something that Metroid 2 failed horribly at, so you just ended up with Metroids being normal enemies that could just be beaten with rockets and you having to spam rockets at them. Also, the inclusion of weak spots, and we are going to finish this area and then be done with it. The inclusion of weak spots. In Metroid 2 Original, you could shoot the Metroids anywhere on the body and they'd still take damage. In this game, obviously, you have to hit their belly. It's not always their belly. I mean, it is always their belly, but some of them are, the other stages are obviously easier to hit. This, I think, is a really nice little breakup from fighting the Metroids, because when you play the game for the first time, at this point you've beaten a few Metroids. So this is the point where I think it could get stale for a first-time player. And then he just breaks it up with this boss, who is, I mean, he's not difficult, apart from being stupid. He's not difficult, but he just makes you observe him a whole lot. Like, the only indication you get... Oops. I'm empty. The only indication you get for what attack he's going to do is the color of his eyes. And it makes you actually look at him, and while he doesn't, like, if you're fighting the boss the first time, I guess, then it's just stupid because the colors mean nothing to you. Come on, there we go. But as soon as you see, like, okay, blue is the laser right below him, you can really see what attack he's going to do every single time. Come on. Man, I'm...
Nope.
Oh, I did it. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm failing at these like crazy right now. I don't know why.
Nah, dude.
Ooh, I'm a smart boy. Y'all haven't seen that? Oh, hell no. I, of course, cleared that perfectly in the first try. God, that was fucking retarded. Oh my god, what did I do? Next save is just down the road or backwards. Yeah, let's go backwards. Man, that was stupid. Holy hell. Alright. That was it for the first episode of AM2R. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know why I'm speaking so cut off in the intro and outro out of a sudden. And yeah, if you liked, hit the like. If you didn't, there's a button for that as well. And if you want to see more, if you want to see basically the rest of the series, if you want to get notified, well, I guess not notified because they changed that and subscriptions are now not worth anything, so you'd have to hit the notification bell as well. But anyways, I am going off on a rant. Holy shit. If you want to see more, hit that big red subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.